Rickey, Tikk's ramblings, raise your hands, rolling thunder across the land. From mini bikes to iron steeds, every rider knows this creed. Rickey, Tikk's ramblings, hear the call. Two wheels rising above it all. Full throttle till the end of time. Living life one ride at a time. At a time!
Alright guys, what we got here today is the Arwibon GT08 dual motor 60 volt 27 amp hour scooter, and I've got a top speed on it of 46 miles an hour with my Cycle Plus GPS. They say up to 48. I bet if you was 30-40 pounds lighter than me, I'm about 225 230 right now. I like this thing. It's okay. I kind of like the Go Keep a little bit better as far as stability and suspension, but this one's definitely got the power. It's got dual motors, dual 2800 watt motors, one front, one rear. It's got regular turn signals on the back that sequentially flash. It's got a nice headlight here on the front, real bright. I always add my own, this WSC XSC USB chargeable light. It's a great light. It's got multiple light modes. It's got a, if you push and hold the button, it has a daylight running light on it. I put that on all my bikes. That way nobody can not see me, and I can see anything in the dark for ages. Now I did add the optional $89 steering stabilizer, because when I first got this, I noticed it needed a steering stabilizer on it with that front wheel, because it tended to twitch a little bit at speed. So that helps a lot. I'll get the camera here in just a second and I'll show you the layout on here. I wanted to go over some lengths and widths on it. We've got a wheelbase right at 36 inches. Then you got a clearance under the deck at like 6 inches. You've got a deck length. We've got a 17.5, and at the width, widest point right here where the seat mounts, about a 9-inch wide. So 17.5 by 9-inch deck. Then your kick plate is another 7.25 inches by almost 6.5 inches wide. And then it comes with this free bag here that you can put on anywhere. It's got a little net in here to hold stuff. It's got a loop in there to put something on. Nice little semi-rigid bag. But you can adjust the height here. You can go all the way down to there or go way up. Hang on, let me undo the bag here. That's the only thing this bag does, kind of get in the way of you moving stuff and adjusting it. But that's the highest point right there of adjustment. Which if you go from the deck height, that's 47 inches to the handlebar center line. And then from the ground, that's 58 inches to the center line of the handlebars. And you got about a 3-inch rise in the handlebars and a 28-inch width on the handlebars. I do like how narrow the handlebars are. They're not so big. But then you can, if you got the seat on it, or if you're a shorter person, you can go all the way down to right there. I could probably go another 1/2 inch if I undid that bag. That goes to a 46.5 center line on the handlebars, and then only 35.5 off the deck. And then there's 4 bolts here, and I showed you in another part of the video how to cut that open and put the seat on there. I don't like the seat itself. It's got a cushion, a suspension seat post, but I've ordered, supposed to have already had it Friday, and Amazon is still, they don't even know where it is now. But I've got a nice wide butt seat for me that will fit me better with no nose on it. And I've got one also coming just like that, but with a back on it to see how it does on here. But yeah, this is a nice little scooter. Like I said, 2,800 watts per motor, 60 volt, 27 amp hour battery. They say 44 miles. That is going to be on a single motor at the lowest deal. I've gone flat out everywhere all over town for like 21 miles with the dual motor, and it's down to like two bars. You don't know which screen is one to read. The screen, everybody says use the screen with the controller on it. Well, so it barely moves batteries, but it's already down to like two bars. The main screen is down to 1 bar, so I don't know which one to believe. Turn everything on. There's your headlight. I don't know if you can see that out here in the sun, but the headlight's really bright. I just added this other headlight so it's up higher so that everybody sees me. I cannot get the turbo button to work. I push the turbo button in and it shuts everything off. It won't do anything. So I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it only works. Oh, I guess it only works with single motor. So the turbo button only works with single motor. Well, now it's working with the dual motor. I had it on yesterday and it kept shutting everything off. So I'll have to do some more trying with that. It has DY Island hydraulic rear brake, and with the rear brake it also has regenerative braking on here. So if you've got it in dual motor mode, it uses both motors to help slow down, and it's just got a cable brake, disc brake on the front. So I don't see any problem with that. The cable brake works real good, but the regenerative braking is off. But yeah, it's got good signals, and it's got underglow lighting. You probably won't see it out here. I've got it on another part of the video, but the underglow lighting is real good, especially if you're low light, early morning, late evening riding. That really makes it easy to see. So, all right, to fold it, you need to just take a little bit of tension off this tensioner right there. Pick that up, pull that. It goes down on its feet right there, and then folds on down like that. It depends on where you have this, how short it folds. I do like this one because it folds down more compact and will fit in the bed of my truck better with my bed cover than the Go Keep. The Go Keep sticks up about that high because the way it folds. But this has little rollers on there, so you can still roll it around. It's real nice folding setup, and it just snaps together like that. Put down the kickstand, take your wrench, and then tension this back up. Cause see, without it, see if I can get it to do it. There's just a little bit of play right there. So you tension it back up just a little bit more, and it will not come apart either. It won't unlatch while you've got that in tension. And I just keep this inside the bag. That way you don't have to worry about it if you need to fold it up somewhere. But that's how you fold it. So to install the seat, you put y'all back over where you were, where you got a little bit better view. Get my little razor knife here. It was too nice this evening. It's not 500 degrees like it normally is this time of year in Texas. You've got to replace these bolts here, these back 4 bolts on the battery tray, but they're not open, so you've got to cut access holes in the rubber tray. And I couldn't find my regular blade. All I've got is this little bitty X-Acto blade on here. So I'm going to try and cut this access open to where I can. So you've got to use these longer bolts. You do not want to use the little bitty short bolts because they will snap off with the seat. It's not enough bolt going through to hold your ass up. Literally. They're easy to find. It's recessed. You just feel around. You can feel the dimple where these screw heads are. underneath. I don't know where I've got a big set of X-Acto knives, a whole box full of them, like a presentation case. And I don't know where I set it. I put it up somewhere instead of leaving it out like I normally do crap. So of course I can't find it because I tried to organize. This little bitty surgeon blade is kind of doing a job. But I'm going to install the seat. That way I can go back and forth easily for the review on this thing. This was not very bad. It was like $850 on Amazon. This is a really good deal. I see some people have bought them off of Alibaba. I don't buy stuff off of Ali yet. I don't trust them enough, and I don't want to wait, 6 months for $500 to either appear or disappear worth of stuff. So I just bought off Amazon because I know I'm an Amazon business dealer on there for my shop. So I know Amazon's going to take care of me if I don't get what I'm supposed to get. It would have been nice if they'd already had the fasteners sticking through on here for the seat, but the seat comes with it for free. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I like the idea of having a seat on there because my old ass gets tired. And if I take this to like a swap meet, like I did the paint swap meet for the other one, I want something that I can ride around. Oh, of course, it's a different size hex than the bolts for the seat. And there's glue down inside of this one. 4mm hex there. And I don't have a 6. Is it a 6 or a 5? Yeah. These bolts are for the seat are a 5. I don't have one. So if you don't have one, in case you don't know, a T30 star fits a 5 perfect. That's one of my old hacks. It's a lot easier than having to go. Okay, that's a 10mm nut on the backside, not an 8. No wonder that 8 didn't grab. So keep these for when you don't want the seat on there. These are a countersunk 6mm M6 bolt. So if you lose them, just a good high quality M6 bolt will fit down in there. Because the bolts for the seat came with their own locking nuts. So I'm just going to keep them separated. At least you don't have to worry about putting Loctite on there. There it is. I need to get my little, got some fingertip magnets that go over the tip of your finger. It's their neoprene sleeve. And man, it's great for grabbing nuts in or holding nuts in blind areas when you're trying to put something together. I just have them up at my shop. I forget to bring them, either order more or bring them to the house. I guess smart thing would be to order some for the house too, for when I'm working on this stuff for you guys. But I sent off some emails yesterday to 360 Power Sports and to Rickey Power Sports to see. I don't have that many followers yet, but maybe they've seen the influx of orders for the RPS racer. So I'm trying to see if I can. I don't want something for free. If they'll let me come over there and film one of the automatics over there at least until they get feeling comfortable with me. I'm not sure if you can see these little things, But don't forget these little washers. You've got to put a washer under the head of the screw to make it the same diameter as the countersink screw it replaced. That way it doesn't pull through on this hole on the seat. So I'm going to put those through. Alright, put my T30 in there. Let me hand start all of these before we use the impact on them. There we go. And this also, the seat has a deal to where you can stand it up like that. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I guess to get in and out. All right, let me get on here. Oh yeah, it's a suspension seat post. Didn't know that. So yeah. Let's see. Put that about right there. It's okay. I think it'd do better with a flat seat with a little bit of a seat back on it. This one's kind of narrow for my big butt. No, not fast enough. So let's go 3 single motor. See how that does. It just don't have a whole lot of torque. I think that GoPeep has better torque than this one does. I'm not gonna lie, it feels more stable to me. Yeah, it's getting on it down there. Still not super confidence inspiring. How's it going?